There's a new poster on the wall, guys. And it's actually motorsport related as well. How cool is that? Hello there everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Elliot Webber and it's been a while since we've done an announcement video. Mainly it's because it's mid-season, so we wouldn't really see any type of announcements unless it was at the start of the year or at the end of the year. But no, we actually have some mid-season transfers to talk about, and that is Will Powell has left One Motorsport and Jade Edwards has replaced him at the team. So, let's get straight into this. Yes, guys, that is right. It was announced yesterday, I believe, midday roughly, that Will Powell had been dismissed from the One Motorsport team. Now, it was announced at the start of the year that One Motorsport, formerly BTC Racing, would rebrand into One Motorsport because of Will Powell essentially taking over the team. Of course, he wasn't completely taking it over. He had bought, I believe he had bought... So obviously, yeah, he pretty much owned half the team, and of course, due to the fact that they couldn't find a third driver, Will Powell decided, screw it, I'm going to be the third driver, which, let's be honest, did not work out. I have been fairly vocal about my opinion on Will Powell. Not as a person, obviously, I'm sure he's a very nice guy, but yeah, as a driver, he wasn't the best. But yeah, it was incredibly strange the way that One Motorsport had worded their press release or their team statement. They didn't really comment much. They didn't say why that Will Powell had left the team, and it wasn't even the fact that he had left. They said he has been dismissed, essentially meaning he's been sacked, pretty much. A lot of people have speculated as to why, because it seems like it is more than just his on-track performances, which, as we know, aren't very good. He wasn't the best driver on track. In fact, in my opinion, he was the worst driver on the grid. Yes, worse than Halstead. So yeah, I'm not going to say it's a big shame for the sport. It isn't. It's not a big shame for the fans, I don't think. Of course, it's a big shame for Will Powell himself because, you know, at the end of the day, he's just living out his dream. And yeah, it is a big shame for him, at least, to not be on the grid, but I'm sure he will find his way back somewhere, whether it be back in GTs or even back in TCR. Who knows? So yeah, again, people are speculating that it is bigger than they are making it out to be. It could be that maybe he's had a falling out, whether it be due to the business side of things, which he was very involved in. But yeah, very strange. But yeah, anyway, I wish Will Powell all the best on wherever he decides to race, or wherever he decides to take his business next. But yeah, now Jade Edwards. It was announced this morning, in fact, that Jade Edwards would be the replacement. Something that does seem like a very, very quick deal. So yeah, Jade, of course, as we know, hasn't really had the best of 2023s. Of course, she had an amazing race in the last race at Alton Park Race 3, almost scoring points in her Cupra. But yeah, now she's made the switch. She's left Team Hard and she's returned to One Motorsport. Something that, honestly, I'm not too bad about. I know some people have said, oh, it's a bad move, blah, blah, blah. I don't think it is. I think it works for all parties. One Motorsport now have 3 drivers with touring car experience. Of course, as we know, they've got Josh Cook and Aidan Moffat, 2 of the most experienced guys on the grid. Jade Edwards is someone who gets along with both Aidan and Josh off track. Of course, we all see them bantering on Twitter and social media and whatnot. They all get along. Of course, Jade Edwards spent 2 years at One Motorsport or BTC Racing. So I think for Jade to return, it works best for her and works best for the team. Every time I see her in the paddock, she's always got a smile on her face, even when things aren't going wrong. And yeah, I saw her at Snetterton. Unfortunately, didn't say hello. She was a bit busy. But yeah, she always has a smile on her face. So yeah, honestly, I feel like that Jade at One Motorsport just works well. I think it's something that just suits. They both suit each other. I said on Twitter this morning that she didn't suit Team Hard or the Cupra. In my personal opinion, I don't have any inside knowledge. But yeah, for Jade, this is a good move, and for One Motorsport, it's a good move. They've now got someone who has experience, someone who's not afraid to get their elbows out. So yeah, I honestly do think that Jade Edwards will get some points this year, now that she's in a better car, I will say. I know that the Cupra recently with Dan Lloyd and Bobby Thompson looks like it's working better, but at the same time, that Honda it's constantly getting better, you know. Of course, Thruxton was a phenomenal round. Alton Park was a pretty decent round as well for them, still moderate points. So yeah, I honestly think that One Motorsport and Jade Edwards will work well together, and hopefully that means that we see both those two reuniting on the grid for 2024. Now, a big question now is who, or if, I think it's a big if, but if Team Hard do decide to replace Jade Edwards in the 6th Cupra, who will replace her? Now, I've seen many people saying that Michael Creese could come back. Of course, he is now no longer racing in GTs due to split from his British GT team. So yeah, Michael Creese has been a name. He's been teasing it on Twitter already as Michael Creese. So Michael Creese could potentially make a return to BTCC. Some say that it could be a new up-and-coming racer, a rookie. I believe a top candidate could be Daryl De Leon, who races with Team Hard in the British Endurance Championship in an NGTC Audi S3. Some say it could be Nathan Harrison, who was testing with Team Hard in the Goodyear tyre test at Donington Park recently. But yeah, honestly, my prediction, personally, my honest prediction is they won't replace Jade. I think they will stick with 5 cars for the rest of the year. I honestly think that five car team doesn't need to expand. It is honestly a pretty decent lineup. Of course, you've got Bobby Thompson and Dan Lloyd, the 2 mega talents. You've got Dexter Patson and Jack Butel, who are constantly improving year on year. And of course, you've got Nick Hamilton, who is undoubtedly having his career best year in his career. So yeah, right now, I don't think they need to expand. I don't think they need to get anyone else. But if they do, my personal prediction would be Nathan Harrison. I think he's someone who needs a touring car debut. He is someone who I believe should have debuted in 2021 when he won the Mini Challenge Championship. But yeah, so honestly, my prediction is they won't replace Jade, but if they do, it will be Nathan Harrison. That is my predictions for who gets a Team Hard seat. What are your thoughts on Will Powell's dismissal? Is it a big loss for the BTCC? Personally, I don't think so. What are your thoughts on Jade Edwards returning to One Motorsport? What are your predictions for her for the rest of the year when she reunites with the Honda Civic? And of course, who do you think will replace Jade at Team Hard? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Of course, if you are new around here, be sure to like, share, and subscribe because, of course, as always, we are firmly on the road to 200 subscribers. Also, guys, you may have seen that I posted on my Facebook and on my Twitter that I am bringing a brand new series to my channel, BTCC What If, where, of course, we talk about some what if scenarios in the BTCC. I already have 10 episodes planned. It will be a 10-episode series, but if you like it, I might bring it back for a second one. The first episode should be out very soon. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.